We've been hinging around this for some of the day, although we had JC from View. We're going to get into some of the nitty-gritty of what's going on in digital and programmatic. The guy that heads that up for Captivate, one of the leading companies and DPAA board members, and a good friend of mine and a lovely guy, Neil Shapiro, coming up. Tell us about Places, what you're up to, where you're going, and all the screens and places you can help plan for.
Hello. Hi, everyone in the back and up top. My name is Neil Shapiro. I'm here from Captivate. We're here to talk about the launch of Captivate Places. I think we can all agree that there is more data available than ever for campaign targeting and campaign measurement. I think those of us in the room can also all agree that digital out-of-home media providers are uniquely positioned to be able to tap into that data. And in fact, it's really become table stakes over the past couple of years in order to do that. So that marketplace need led us to develop Captivate Places, which is our centralized platform for our planning, location, attribution, and custom audience technologies and partnerships. Yes, there is no E and S. So we're open for suggestions if anyone has ideas for that. I think one of the things that makes Places distinct is the Captivate audience in our unique environment and the ability to hit that audience during what we like to call the working day part. Okay? So I'm sure you guys know Captivate has screens that are strategically placed in the elevators and lobbies of Class A office buildings throughout the US and Canada, where our audience is there 5 days a week, 7, 8, 9, 10 hours a day, probably more if you work for an ad agency or for the DPAA around this time of year. And this audience is exposed to our screens an average of 6 times a day. We also know that busy professionals are spending more and more time at the office, which means they're not just thinking about business decisions, they're thinking about personal decisions. And Captivate Places is now our centralized hub to help influence that behavior. And because of our unique position in the marketplace and through partnerships with folks like Distillery, Placed, Vision Critical, Nielsen, Infogroup, and Linkit, we're excited to be bringing the best targeting and attribution to the market for our clients. So let's talk a little bit about what this actually looks like. We have big office buildings where people are there 5 days a week, multiple hours, which means there's lots of opportunities to collect mobile device IDs of the people who work in our buildings and then bridge that to the rest of their device graph. Okay, so smartphone, tablet, work computer, home computer, et cetera. And that lets us start to really understand what audiences are present in our buildings. So through our planning tool that's powered by Distillery, we can now look at location-based audiences. So something like, show me all the Captivate buildings that have the highest concentration of people who've been to a McDonald's in the past 30 days. We can look at browsing behavior, which can help us uncover Captivate viewers who might be planning a European vacation or researching stocks and ETFs, or uncover the Captivate tenants who are IT decision makers and use that data for targeting. And we can take that a step further, and we can now ingest the client's first-party CRM data or their digital audience segments, match that against the Captivate audience, and plan a campaign based on that data. And in fact, we have several clients who are already using that data to inform their campaign targeting, and they're actually using that same data to influence which creative shows up in which buildings. So for our digital audience extension campaigns, also powered by Distillery, we can now go beyond just reporting on impressions and CTR, and can now start to look at deeper digital metrics such as view-through or post-click conversions. And we have several clients lined up to beta test website lift measurement from exposure to a Captivate campaign. So we're very excited about that. Now, we don't like to admit it in front of our bosses, but we do know that busy professionals do leave the office occasionally to take care of personal needs and go shopping. So for our partners who have brick and mortar locations, we partnered with Placed in order to measure foot traffic to those locations that are influenced by Captivate campaigns. And as part of our ongoing audience verification efforts, we've partnered with the folks at Linkit and are using their Wi-Fi sensors to measure foot traffic around our screens, and then we're comparing that data against info groups, audience, and neighborhood buying segments in order to offer more powerful targeting and optimization for Captivate campaigns. So, to sum up, we've worked with some of these partners for a year or two. We've worked with some of these partners for over 10 years, but we're very excited to unite them all under the Captivate Places umbrella in order to bring powerful marketing, targeting, and attribution capabilities to our advertising partners. Thank you very much. Thanks to Barry for having me. Appreciate it. Thanks, man.
What Neil's done, as I referred to in my opening statements today, you're really taking the top of the funnel, which we do great, branding and reach, and now you're reaching right down to show attribution and sales activity and actual ROI. So thank you for doing that, because you're one of the true leaders in the business.
Oh, come on.
And keep doing that good work, because you're making it easier with Place. So thank you so much.
Thanks, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.